Significant updates for video that we know really got a lot of people talking, Alana.
Yeah, that is a rare sight to see that firenado. And when you get an EF2 rating like that, you know that crews have been on the ground and they're assessing the wind damage. And keep in mind, some of the damage actually burnt down. So the outbuildings are what those crews look at. And we know that some of those disappeared because of the fire. Luckily, no firefighters were hurt. That came out in the report as well. As we take that view from Alta tonight, Meg, what a stunner. Really pretty up there in the Cottonwoods today, and we've got a couple of shutterbugs. Susie caught this one coming out of Cedar City. Thank you, Susie. And Navidad caught this from the Parowan Gap. Absolutely stunning. If you've been down to the Gap, great spot. If you're driving down to southern Utah, if you haven't been there yet, put it on your list. Satellite radar shows that we had a few storms bubble up, and they started to kind of calm down as we made it into the evening, lose that daytime heating, cloud cover holding on in southeastern Utah, and a few cells out there right now. As we look at the forewarn radar, overall, we've shushed just a little bit in the nicest way possible. Towards Grand County, a few storms, and then over Lake Powell, there was a little bit of lightning over the lake. If you're in the Weber County area looking across the Great Salt Lake, you may have seen that storm kind of moving through, but very quiet picture in comparison to just a few hours ago when we had all that heat. Enzyme Peak time lapse shows the clouds moving through, but also smoke-filled skies. Did you notice that today? We're going to see some thicker plumes lining up here as we head into tomorrow. Great shot from Phoenix. Gosh, that Cedar City sunset. You see the orange and reds popping here. You know, smoke molecules are actually bigger than air molecules, so the light has a longer wavelength, which really intensifies the orange and red for the sunset. So that's why you see those bold colors when we have wildfires burning. Air quality, elevated particulate matter is out there for all of northern Utah. That includes Cache Valley along the Wasatch Front. The Wasatch back is holding on to some ozone, but we have some particulate matter in Carbon, Grand, Iron County, and right now the winds in Washington County showing the sensor as clean. As we look at the Futurecast smoke model here, you're able to see as we put this into motion where the thicker smoke is headed as we get through the overnight. So our winds today, northwest flow following that cold front. Well, tomorrow they become a little more southerly. So southwest winds will push that smoke into central Utah, and we'll see it a little further along the Wasatch Front by the afternoon hours, and it will also remain on the eastern side of the state. We know that Monroe Canyon fire is putting off decent smoke. The high resolution model picks up on that, and so smoke-filled skies are here to stay, and they're just going to kind of float around those skies throughout the state depending on the wind direction. That Black Desert Sky Cam lapse kind of showing smoke down there as well. Temperatures today made it to 100 degrees in St. George, but it took a moment even with that cloud cover and the winds. We saw 90s along the Wasatch Front, 96 in Salt Lake, 95 is our average. We're getting into the warmest time of the year, the hottest time of the year for Salt Lake, 99 in Moab. As we look at those temperatures heading into tonight, 70s will bottom out in the low to mid 70s, and then we'll see that smoke by tomorrow morning. Precipitation potential heightens and targets south central Utah as we roll into our Thursday. We've got an influx of moisture. I'm going to show you why. That high pressure is going to slide over Arizona, and we're watching this upper level low. It's going to move over Baja California, and with its counterclockwise rotation, it's funneling moisture into the Beehive State with our southerly flow. That's going to lead to thunderstorms and wetting thunderstorms at that for the southern half of the state. That moisture is going to want to push a little further north as we get towards the close of the work week. We're going to stay unsettled for several days here until that high returns to the Four Corners. We'll stay breezy so we could see fire danger increase with hot temperatures. Futurecast walks us through the precip potential. Here we are by 2 p.m. Look at that. South central Utah all the way to I-70, Grand County to the basin and into the St. George area by Washington and Iron County by 8 p.m. We've got storms popping. Now we could see a few develop. Slight chance we see that along the Wasatch Front, but moisture migrates further north into Friday, and that's when we have the chance of isolated storms in northern Utah, scattered storms in the south as we close out the work week. So a very unsettled pattern here. Flash flood potential, well, it's possible in all of the locations with the exception of Arches. So all those places we love to visit, all of our national parks have that flash flood threat tomorrow. 90s, 97 with hazy skies in the north, storms in the south, mid 80s in Cedar City, upper 90s in St. George. As you look at the next 7 days, you're going to see those storms sticking around and actually lingering into the first part of the weekend before the triple digits come back. Here's the Wasatch Front. We've got 90s, isolated storms for Friday. The heat is kind of hanging out where it should be, 95, and so we're around that for the next 7 days. But we know those storms will come in, and the flash flood threat is real. We go from fires to flash flood. Summer is not a sleeper in the Beehive State.
No, it's not. You got to be careful, no doubt.
Get ready for that. Okay, Dana.